Out here in the garage today. First of all, we got the Coleman stove warming up, and it's burning pretty good. You're gonna need pears. There's our pears right there. We just want to try to make 6 or 8 pints. That's all we want, and we got half-pint jars, so we'll see where we're at. You gotta have a pot. You want to put a little salt in that pot, and I already got it in there. We're going to add 1 bottle of water. Okay, we got the pears, got a couple peeled. We're going to need an orange, and we're going to need a lemon. Okay, I was wrong that first time. We need 2 bottles of water, because we'll cook the water down. It'll boil away. You know what I mean? Okay, and we cut the lemon in half. Right there's the lemon, and we're going to squeeze the lemon juice from a half a lemon into the water, just like so here. Okay, and what the lemon juice does, it keeps the pears from turning brown. So let me cut some up and get them in the water there. Okay, no, we're going to use the orange. The juice and the zest from the orange. A little something here on the pear. It's got a brown spot. You just cut that out, throw that away. And we're going to cut the pear. And this pear is juicy. You can see it on the knife. And that's really what you want. The more ripe it is, the better. But we're going to cut. We'll cut on that pear. We don't want any skin. Now, the deeper that you go on the pear to the core, the more gritty the butter will be. It'll have like a sandy texture to it. You can't really help it, but you'll never really know it. But I try to stay away from too much grit. And what the salt, I lost a little piece. What the salt does is, and the lemon juice, it keeps it white. Keeps it from turning brown. Like a little bad spot, like a wormhole, just cut it out. There's another one. Just cut them out of there. You'll be all right. Put 1 more in there and we'll start cooking her. That ought to do it. I made this spoon for Brenda probably 40 years ago. You see how the handle bent? And she's left-handed. I'm right-handed. All right, we'll get them on the stove. We got them on the stove. Let them cook for about 1.5 hours. I got some other ingredients I got to put in there too, so let me get those and show you. You can see that the Coleman is really cooking. Got a nice blue flame under there. About medium heat. That's what we want. Nice rolling boil. Then we're going to put the rest of this lemon in there. Right like that. Just that in there. Perfect. I had to try to clean the mess up a little bit. I didn't get too much on the floor, but oh, we're gonna need a little bit of cinnamon and just a little bit of nutmeg. And if you'll notice how white the pears are, that's because of the lemon juice and the salt. We'll let her cook there for however long it takes. We'll get back with you. They're cooking down great. Looking good. That's what you want. A nice, steady, medium heat. Roll and boil. We zested half a lemon and we zested that orange. We'll put that in there now. Okay, we got that lemon zest and the orange zest in there. Now we're going to add that orange, the juice out of that orange. We got the orange juice in. And now we'll just give it a nice little stir right here. And you can see how it's kind of thickening up. That's exactly what we want. Yeah, this is the Coleman 413G. So far it's holding up pretty good. This Coleman's been running for over an hour now. We're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Just stir it up good. This is where you'll get the darker brown look to it now. Starting to shape up, looking good so far. We haven't even added the sugar yet. That's next. We've added the cinnamon and the nutmeg. Gotta show you what it looks like, starting to get a little thicker. Time to add the sugar now. This is a 4-pound bag. We're gonna put, let's see, about half that bag in there. Now is when you have to really keep an eye on it, because it'll get really thick and it'll get very hot and it'll get bubbly and it'll burn on the bottom of that pot if you're not careful. So you have to continually stir it. And I almost forgot. I've already done it earlier, but I forgot about it. Take a potato masher and mash your pears up, or apples. You can make apple butter the same way. It could be a little chunky if you want, but I like mine nice and smooth. That's the boil you want, and you just want to keep stirring. Nice rolling boil until it gets thick. And it'll thicken up too. So we'll keep going. I'll show you what it looks like when we get ready to put it in the jar. Got a nice rolling boil. Turn the fire back just a bit. Good rolling boil right there. Starting to thicken up. Still going to take a while. That's what we're looking for right there. We're going to give it a little taste test, but you can kind of see how it's thickening up there. That's what we're looking for. A little bit thicker than that, but we're going to taste it and see what it tastes like. That's a bad boy right there. Got the lemon orange flavor going on with the cinnamon and nutmeg and pear. Oh man, it's going to be some good eating. Well, we've cooked that down quite a bit, but we still got a little bit more to go. But we're getting our jars and lids and rings ready. But now, in memory of my mother-in-law, Claire, Brenda's mother, she always liked to add a little bit of those to it, so we're going to add them. Stir that up good. That's cinnamon disc candy. She always put a few of those in her apple butter. Of course, this is pear butter. She's made both. And Claire taught Brenda and I how to make apple butter. I carved this spoon for Brenda. I think I told you earlier in the video. Probably 40 years ago. We made a lot of apple butter with it. You can see how it's kind of cooked the wood, but the handle bent to the left. And Brenda's left-handed, so he jabs. All right, we'll let her cook a little bit more. We're gonna let it cook down. The more it cooks down, the thicker it'll spread for you. All right, you can see by the edge of the pot how much it's cooked down. Now we're gonna do a thickness test on it. And you take a saucer, get you a spoon of the butter or whatever you're making there. Transfer it over here to the saucer and dump it on the saucer right there at the top. We're going to let it sit for about 30 seconds and we're going to test it. And I'll show you how the mother-in-law taught us how to test it. Okay, it's been about 30 seconds, maybe a little longer. We'll take this back over here to the pot and we'll turn the plate up and see how long it takes it to run back down the plate. Oh yeah. Oh heck yeah, looking good. We got just a little bit longer to go. See it's holding on? That's what we're looking for. I hate this when it happens, but I had to stop, let it cool down, and then put fuel in the tank. So we'll get the tank back on there, get her fired back up, and finish this job. We got fuel back in the tank, and 2 nice blue flames. We're heating the jars up, and the pear butter is starting to come to a boil again. But Brenda came out and told me put all of the candy, not half a bag, the whole bag. So there we go. It's all down in there. And it'll melt. It'll melt right into it there, make it perfect. All right. You can see that the pear butter is starting to get thick. See how it's staying on the spoon? That's what we're looking for. So as soon as this water gets to boiling really good, it's called those jars, I'm going to start putting this in the jar. I'm going to give it that saucer test one more time. So let's see. Let's move it over here. Oh, now we're getting it. See how long that's taken to get to the end of that plate? That's what we're looking for right there. we're about ready. The Coleman has held up well. I ran out of gas, that's my fault. It ran for a couple hours on what was in there. Well, I did put some in it, but I didn't put enough. But we're back to cooking. We're doing good. We're giving them a boiling water bath, even though they don't need it. But always better to be safe than sorry. So we're going to give them a boiling water bath for 10 minutes, completely submerged under boiling water. Let it rip for about 10 minutes. Yeah, always better safe than sorry. And then we're going to set them right here. For you got to have your favorite beverage when you're making apple butter or pear butter. We're going to put them right there. So I got about another 5 or 6 minutes and I'll get back with you. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this Coleman cooking for like, I did have to stop and put fuel in the tank. And that's only because I didn't put a whole lot of fuel in the tank when I started. If I had filled the tank, I don't believe I might have had to put some in there, but I doubt it. We've been at it for about almost 4.5, 5 hours. Used both burners. Still kicking beautiful. Heck yeah. That bad boy's earned its money today. I worked this Coleman pretty hard. Right, there we go. We actually had 9 half pints, but we got 8 on the table here. And the other one, Brenda took it in the house. Says she's making a pan of biscuits or something, I don't know, but there you go. Heck yeah. I've enjoyed myself today out here. Because I've always wanted to give it a try on one of these Colemans. Do a little canning on one of these, and next time I might break the 3 burner out. I'll say God bless you. You have a good one. We'll catch you in the next one.